As I said before the break, the star of film, stage, and screen, Kim Coates, joins us, and he was just kind of in a rain delay the last couple of years, or so we thought in COVID. And now he's got all kinds of things to promote as we welcome him back in the new year. How are you doing, Mr. Coates?
Rod, how are you?
100%, my man.
Are you in Florida, Rod? You're not in Regina. No.
I'm in Boca Raton, where your friends all said to say hi. They remember you from the Bad Boys film down here that you starred in.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I was a very young actor. Michael Bay actually hired me to do a bigger part in that movie. I turned him down to do another movie with my boy John Dahl, which got canceled. So I kind of lost both of them in a way. And then 8 months later, Michael Bay goes, "Hey, Coatsy, would you mind coming on and redoing the beginning of this movie? We need a better beginning and we want you to do it." I said, "Sure, Michael. Sure, I will." So I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you played a thug, which was a real stretch for you, Kim. A real stretch for you to play a thug.
That's Rod. Like, you know this, but my mom in Saskatoon goes, "And who are you killing this one? And do you live in this one? I just want it." And I go, "Mom, I can't tell you, Mom."
How about that?
Of course. Well, you couldn't tell us any of these exciting projects that you've been working on through all this. So what can you tell us today?
Well, it's good to see you again there, buddy boy. And, since we last talked, the world is still in this COVID thing, and hopefully it's getting better and better with the smart ones like me who are vaccinated and boosted and doing the right thing for the hospitals and the nurses and the doctors and all that stuff. So hopefully it's going to keep getting better and better. But I haven't really stopped. I guess the big one, I have 3 films opening this year, which is really cool. One with my daughter, Brenna, actually, called Neon Lights. Dana Abraham stars in it and wrote it. We shot it in Hamilton, and it's freaking amazing. This movie is so good. A couple others. I did Donkey Head in Regina with Agam Darshi. We shot that last January. Freezing, but it's coming out this year. Excited about that as well. But the big one is White House Plumbers. I filmed that with Woody Harrelson and Lena Headey and Justin Theroux in upstate New York for 5 months. It's Watergate, Rod. True story. I play a real guy, Frank Sturgis, Italian, Philly. And it's like the 50th anniversary. You're too young for this, Rod, but I'm not. Nixon, 1972, giving that stupid little peace sign, getting on his plane and taking off. This is the 50th anniversary, and it's huge. It's well over $100 million budget, and HBO did it right, and I can't wait for the world to see it.
I'll never forget the title, White House Plumbers. And for your information, I was born in 1972. So what can you tell us a little more about your role, if you don't mind, please?
There you go, Rod. Yeah, you were a baby, literally. Look, there's 8 guys who were part of the White House Plumbers. That was our code name. And Howard Hunt, played by Woody Harrelson, Gordon Liddy, played by Justin Theroux. They steamrolled the entire thing of breaking into the Democratic national headquarters at the Watergate Hotel. And people don't know this, but we actually broke in 4 times before we finally got caught. 4, where's that 4? Over there. Yeah, somewhere over there. Anyway, 4 times. And it's all true. And it's hysterical. David Mandel directs it. He's won a few Emmys for Veep and Seinfeld. And just to get back to 1972, Rod, and wear that polyester and those ties and those loafers and sore feet every day. And it was, my hair looked like this guy. Frank Sturgis died in 1993, the real guy. But we're all going to do it justice, and it's coming out in May, HBO 2022.
I was just Googling that, actually. Came up at IMDb, a 5-part series. Yeah, so May is when it drops. You got me excited. Now, as a kid of the 80s, really is what I was. I heard so much about Watergate. I'm wondering about your daughter, Brenna. What does she think about this project of her dad's? Like, I knew very much of it as a kid. Yeah, she didn't, hey?
She heard about Nixon. She, history, a bit of a history buff, but she knew nothing about it really. And so to be able to be in something that is a historical, truth like this, and it's actually turned into a 6-part series, Rod, not 5, it's 6 actually. And the cars and the hair and everyone's smoking. I mean, it's all real, and I'm just really super pumped for it to be out. And when I was filming it, Rod, I mean, I know that we're going to talk about Pegasus here in a second and Stars Ambulance, which I'm so involved with and so happy to be involved with. But when I was filming for the 4.5 months, because of the Delta variant in the summer and fall, HBO would not allow me to fly to Canada. So I missed all the Saskatchewan showing off of this incredible 68 Ford Mustang Fastback, over 500 horsepower. But it went all over Saskatchewan. They did a tour. Vaughn Wyant, Lori Leach. I'm so proud of them and their team at Pegasus, and having me along as a bit of an ambassador has been a real honor for me. But yeah, we're selling this car on auction live, History Channel, 28th of January, 3 o'clock Saskatoon time, because as we know, the world revolves around Saskatoon. It's 3 p.m., 28th of January. That Pegasus automobile is going to be auctioned off to a lucky buyer of that vehicle, and every penny goes to Stars Ambulance.
I thought I was the only one that said so. I'm glad there's at least 2 that say that the world revolves around us. That's yeah, the sad thing is we believe it. But I saw all the photos of the vehicle, and Stars. I'm not. This sounds dumb to say. One of the most worthwhile charities in the province. To say the most is a disservice to the others, but
sure,
the other important ones, right? But this is a big one, man. They got a big budget, and sometimes I wonder where we were as a province without the Stars Air Ambulance. How we did things. The stories are just unbelievable. The lives that it saved.
What a great thing to say, Rod. You're so right. I mean, I think the pinnacle of that Humboldt Bronco tragic bus crash, that is, you can't even talk about it without tearing up and all that. But the Stars were first on the scene. You can only imagine what that must have been like. And to have Alberta, Saskatchewan, and parts of Manitoba and BC, mostly Saskatchewan and Alberta, to have this Stars Ambulance and the fleets, we need new helicopters. We're getting them. We're raising all this money, all this awareness. Those pilots and nurses on those helicopters do the most amazing job did we take it for granted? How did we even have, when farmers would get hurt in the field or car crash in northern Saskatchewan, whatever, without Stars, man, we're saving so many lives, and we can't really live in our communities without doing that. So pretty proud, and it's a very, very large charity, and Scott Moe does a great job in donating money back to Stars, which we so need. And like I said, Vaughn Wyant and Lori Leach spearheading this Pegasus project. We've raised so much money. It's ridiculous. And it's all going to Stars. And I'm just so happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, like I said, it's needed because it's an expensive thing to run. It saves so many lives. Kim, you're looking fantastic. I'm so glad that you had some exciting news to drop here today. But the visits are always great. The CFL did play as I told you that it would. Winnipeg won the Grey Cup, if you didn't hear.
Before we go, I got to just say a couple things. First of all, I listen to you all the time. And you fill me in with everything that's going on, especially in Canada. I need to know one thing. How are we, and I did see the Grey Cup. I was flying that day, saw the final, the last 2 quarters. I have no idea what that guy from Hamilton was doing, giving up the single point. I think he thought he was in America. It was just too bad for Hamilton, my God. But what a game, what a game. How are we going to make up these NHL games? I don't know what's going on. I don't understand what's happening. They're all postponed. I get it. Omicron flying around. I understand. Protocol 5. I get it. But how are we going to make all those games up, bro?
We have a 2-week window, and we have 3 weeks plus of games postponed. So your guess is as good as mine. Maybe ask Gary Bettman, because I don't think he knows. So I don't know. They don't know, Kim. All right. That's the answer. They don't know. Sorry.
Let me know, Rod. Let me know. Say hi to Darren for me.
I'll find out.
He is. You've hit Darren today. I don't know where he is. He didn't make the cut today, but that's all right.
He's around. Love you, Kim. Thanks for the time.
Love you, buddy.
Stay safe.
Take care down there, buddy.
All right.
Thanks, Rod. See you, buddy.
Kim Coates, 3 films coming out this year, and also that big Stars Air Ambulance lottery coming up at the end of the month, too. Wonderful. January 28th.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching the RP Show on YouTube. And don't forget, we're live daily on YouTube from noon to 2 Eastern. If you like what you see, hit subscribe. And if you like the program, check around for other segments of The Rod Pedersen Show here on YouTube.